welcome to Backstage at Backstage. We are beyond delighted and excited to be gearing into an autumn with a full lineup of live shows for you to come see in Backstage. And what better way to kickstart the season than our annual production with BYT. Every year we team the members of Backstage Youth Theatre up with a professional director. They work intensively throughout the month of August and then evenings and weekends throughout September. It's an incredible opportunity for these young people to be able to work with some of the best people in the industry. And this year, they are lucky enough to have teamed up with Aonghus Og McAnnally, the award-winning theatre maker. And I am lucky enough to be chatting to Aonghus today. He's going to tell us a little bit about the production this weekend and also a little treat that's in store this December. So Aonghus, thank you so much for joining me.
Delighted to be able to chat to you. It's been a hell of an experience with the gang there. So really excited to get the show in front of an audience now this weekend.
You've been working tirelessly all throughout August and throughout September with a lot of obstacles in your way and uncertainty. So it must be really exciting to be nearing the end now and seeing the final thing come together.
Yeah, lovely to have the finish line in sight. Obviously, as with everyone in every walk of life, and particularly for those of us in the performing arts, the COVID crisis really hit us hard. It meant there was an awful lot of uncertainty around this whole project from the early days. As we were working through, we kind of didn't know what was going to be feasible. Would it be online only? Could we have it in person? Could we have it in person with big groups? Would it need to be going back to individual stuff? So that was a tricky thing to negotiate and get through, and just waiting for clarity on the guidelines to make sure we could keep everybody safe. But mercifully, we were able to kind of get that clarity, and we worked away, and we now have what will be, I think, 3 cracking brand new plays to present this weekend, and the gang have done such a phenomenal job, and it's been a real pleasure to work with them, as I say, intensively through August. And then I've been doing the bits that I'm supposed to be doing this month. I'm actually coming down for extra just because I love working with them so much. I've been finding ways to get down for extra evenings and weekends. It's been brilliant.
And you mentioned there are 3 brand new plays, so tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. The challenge for us as we started, as I said, we didn't know if we could have, a big group of 20 people on stage. At one point, we were told we could have no one on stage and no one in a rehearsal room at any point, but we managed to kind of, ride out those obstacles. And so we've been working in pods of 6, and I kind of felt the best approach, kind of in practical terms, but also to give these young theatre makers a voice, was to build shows from scratch. So the bulk of the work that we did together in that intensive month, and it was intensive, we were working a full schedule, like professional level, long rehearsal days, to give them a voice. So they've built everything from scratch. They've built the characters, they've built the narratives, they've built the storylines. It's their ownership really was key to me for this. So we built 3 brand new bespoke tailor-made plays to their strengths, to their specification, and there's a beautiful mix across the 3 pieces. There's like big knockabout slapstick humor in some of them. There's big heavy-hitting family drama stuff as well. So it's, I think, as an evening at the theatre, for young people and old alike, I think it's be a real family occasion to come out and have a fantastic night at the theatre.
It sounds so exciting, and just to be able to get their teeth into, like, not only performing on stage but being involved in the writing of it, the sets, the costume, to get their teeth finally into something like this and under your direction too. It's an amazing opportunity for them, and it sounds like it's going to be great for the audience too.
Yeah, it's been lovely, and they've really risen to the challenge. Like it was kind of crucial for me that they would have that authorship of it, that ownership of it, because the one thing that they said to me after the last year and a half was, we don't want to do another Zoom show. We don't want to do monologues. We want to have us together making work together, bouncing ideas off each other. So that kind of collaborative spirit is very much how I like to make work, and so it suited me perfectly. That's what they wanted. They wanted this group communal experience to come together, which is what theatre really is all about. Always, it's about bringing people together to share these stories. So fantastically, we were able to bring the performers and the writers and everything together to make them, and now we will be able to bring an audience together under the roof in that beautiful theatre Backstage to share these stories. I can't wait for the weekend. It's going to be amazing.
Brilliant. And that's where the magic happens, isn't it? You've been working so hard for these 2 months, and then you get in front of an audience. That's where it really comes to life. And speaking of magic happening, you'll be treating us in December to the 10-year anniversary of your award-winning play. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, very excited to be bringing Fight Night back. Fight Night by Gavin Costick was the first show I ever made with my own company, Rise Productions, and obviously we toured it extensively at the time. And we're revisiting it 10 years later to kind of mark the occasion. And Backstage in Longford is always top of the list for places that I like to come to on tour. Mona and the team there are fantastic. And I've been lucky enough with Rise over the years to work with some fantastic Longford actors. Actually, I think both of them BYT graduates in Lorna Quinn and Liam Heslin as well. So there's a huge wealth of talent there. But also we really love bringing the shows to Longford. We've had some fantastic evenings there, always great support from the audience. And so we're bringing it back. It's a wonderful show. It's a play about an amateur boxer who comes from a long line of successful boxers, who is talented at underage, kind of lets it all slip in favor of girls and booze and whatever else. But then with the birth of his own son, kind of the competitive fire is relit for him, and he decides to make a comeback, and that's the story of the show. So for sports fans out there, it is a big physical, active, sporty show. It's basically an hour-long boxing workout with the monologue woven through it. But don't let that scare you off if you're a more traditional fan. It is a very touching and heartwarming piece. There's a good few laughs in there as well. And it's a big theatrical treat because it's only me. It's a solo show. So I end up playing the boxer, the dad, the mom, the girlfriend, the 2-year-old toddler. It's a job of work. It's a physical show. So that's why I've been back in training for the last few months, just to kind of get the cardio up to be ready to do it. So, but I'm really looking forward to do it again. As you said, it's a beautiful show that we've been lucky to tour around. It's won a load of awards, and it's again another cracking night out at the theatre.
Well, we can't. So double treats this autumn. September with BYT and then December. So lots to look forward to. Listen, Aonghus, thanks so much. Really looking forward to the shows this weekend, and then to have Fight Night to look forward to in December is all the better. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your training schedule, and we'll see you soon.
Fantastic. Really looking forward to it.
Bye.